Victoria Alonso. It's really hard to talk about Victoria Alonso when I have the cutest kitty cat. So the Victoria Alonso news dropped after the fact, after we talked about it yesterday, and we kind of agreed that she's probably the biggest problem with.
Turns out she is the biggest problem, but right now you have a bigger problem.
I know, he's adorable. You went down. Oh, he's still kissing. Oh, you're a good boy. Victoria Alonso is singularly responsible for Marvel's toxic work environment. Gee, I wonder why. By saying, it should be swimming.
No, you toxic. You toxic. Misogynist, chauvinist.
It should be ex-women.
Need to be ex-women. Ex-women.
There's a lot of female superheroes in that X-Men group, so I think it's outdated.
Victoria Alonso, earlier tonight we learned that longtime Marvel studio exec Victoria Alonso has decided to part ways with the studio. Some new details have now emerged about her relationship with the VFX artist. You're just perfectly happy to sit here, huh? You're not squirming?
Meow.
That we learned yesterday, a news dropped and you were out getting tacos, and I'm like, oh, they fired Victoria Alonso. Well, allegedly, we don't know if they fired her for sure.
Exit. They look at the word. Look at the terminology used. Exit.
She exited. She didn't quit.
She didn't quit. She wasn't fired. But in a corporate, very high-powered corporate situation like that, they will tell you, "I want your resignation on my desk by 5 o'clock."
Right.
You're fired.
President of Physical, Post-Production, VFX, and Animation, Victoria Alonso has parted ways with the company after 17 years. No reason was given for Alonso's departure in the original trade report, but New York Magazine's senior reporter Chris Lee has now taken to Twitter to share some more details. What are you doing, Zabu? For more details that may shed a little more light on what may ultimately have led to her stepping down or being asked to step down. I think she was asked to resign. What do you think, Zabu?
Yeah, she was asked. She was probably
asked to resign because these movies are terrible.
Yes.
They're bad. The Marvel TV shows have been bad.
And I've been saying for a few years now, as she's gotten more authority, Marvel has gotten worse.
And they're not that bad. I mean, I say terrible, but like in comparison. They've been getting worse and worse and worse. So people are like, they're not terrible, Mecca. Fine. She's responsible for production and the animation of the VFX movies that have grossed over $25 billion in global box office, but Lee is claiming that her relationship with artists that worked on those projects was less than amicable. Oh, really? We can pull up several articles on how the VFX in She-Hulk and the artists have been just completely run, like they're getting overworked, they're getting underpaid, they're being asked to do miracles with no money and no team.
There has been a breakdown in the relationship between the VFX people and the studio. And now Chris Lee is saying that she is at the center of it and she is the source. Mm-hmm. Alonso was responsible for producing animation. Okay, we read that. So many VFX sources have told me Victoria Alonso was singularly responsible for Marvel's toxic work environment. A kingmaker who rewarded unquestioning fealty with an avalanche of work, but who also maintained the blacklist that kept VFX... Wow!
Whoa!
That is pretty damning. Kept VFX pros wild-eyed with fear. That is something.
Sounds like it.
Me reign of terror. Me reign rule with iron fist. No, iron fist. Me iron, you iron man, me iron vagina.
So, he wants the pen.
He wants the pen. Here, give him the pen.
Here, you want the pen? No, he wants to chew on it.
Well, he can just don't. I'll supervise. Here, I'll
Okay.
supervise so he doesn't chew into it.
The main one that
don't break it.
She held a crazy amount of power.
Chew that in.
Bigfooting all major creative decisions on Marvel movies and shows. What have I been saying?
That's what we said.
Kevin and Victoria Alonso personally approve every single shot, all the visual effects work, which is usually the job of a director or showrunner. One tech told me. The main one that everyone's quite scared of is Victoria Alonso, another tech said. If she likes you, you're going to get work and you're going to move up in the industry. If you have pissed her off in any way, you're going to get frozen out. Wow, this is something. We find it very hard to believe that any one person was solely responsible for the studio's frayed relationship with VFX companies. But if there's any truth to Lee's comments, it would certainly explain why Alonso is no longer in her position. It's also worth noting Lee's assessment of Alonso has been refuted. And here we go, damage control.
Well, yeah, but can we pull up some of the articles where we're talking about Marvel's VFX crews getting completely mistreated and overworked?
Well, this lady, Joanna Robinson, whomever this is, says this is absolutely the opposite of what I've heard from every person who's ever worked with her. I'd call it a gross mischaracterization. Well, okay, but at the same time...
If you're one of her favorites, though, that's literally what they said. If you're one of her favorites, then you're the favorite, and she's a kingmaker, and if you're not, then she's going to destroy you and blacklist you, so...
Okay, now listen... Okay, now this is from August of last year. Marvel is torturing artists, but the solution is obvious. Okay, so this is from Inverse. Inverse is notoriously friendly with Disney and Marvel and with quote-unquote diversity. But here we have from CNET. Marvel VFX artists are suffering and starting to speak out. So...
Yeah, because they're overworking them.
Yeah, they're overworked. The industry, I mean...
We've done countless videos on this.
Yes. So...
As a medium, go back
upcoming
to...
She-Hulk, okay.
Yeah, you just scroll down here.
Okay, you take.
As a visual medium, visual effects are among the easiest targets for fans to pick apart, especially if there are leaks or early releases or unfinished shots. Alan said Cats and Sonic the Hedgehog are recent examples, right?
Yes.
Let's see. You bid on a number of shots. Let's see. With an avalanche of new projects lined up in the next phase of Marvel Cinematic Universe, a seemingly never-ending stream of content, effects artists have been coming under an intensifying strain. Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder are the latest to weather the criticism about underwhelming superpower effects. But now the visual artists vital to Marvel's storytelling are speaking out. Sick of bearing the brunt of visual effects criticism, tired of punishing work conditions, VFX artists are demanding change. Unless the industry can make fundamental improvements, Marvel could have a problem on its hands.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
But infamous client here, even before the public Reddit threads, insider stories, and viral tweets, Marvel had a reputation for pushing VFX artists to the brink. Forget 38 hours a week. One source described working 60 to 80 hours. This lasted multiple months in a row. Okay? No longer. At no time do I work for free. Okay, they were
basically telling him work 80 hours a week for free.
No overtime.
Yeah, no overtime, but you still have to do it. You still have to get it done.
Yeah. So, but there's also from the New York Post slammed by industry VFX artists as the worst, and this one is actually
which is true because.
Yes. And this one actually lends more credence to this man Lee's tweets. Marvel Studios accused of blacklisting VFX artists. This is from January of this year.
Right. And now I've been covering this quite a bit because I don't like how bad these effects look.
And who is the face of this? Oh, it's Miss Victoria Alonso.
Was already broken.
No, not true. No. As per Vulture, Marvel Studios' staggering output, standalone specials, reportedly the industry's biggest bully. Georgia-based VFX worker opened up about Marvel, accused Marvel having an alleged blacklist, noting it's a common thing that comes up. The worker also revealed that the biggest way to get blacklisted is to leave a show early for any reason. So,
the blacklist is very talked about. I don't know anyone that's seen it for real, but it's a common thing that comes up whenever effects people talk together. If you do X, Y, or Z, Marvel will blacklist you and you won't be working for them again. The biggest way to get blacklisted is to leave a show early. It's been my experience that the blacklists for the visual effects artists fear so much they are nothing more than a myth. I don't know about that. Because I've been on the backside of some blacklisting.
And this is where it comes out. It's still two other VFX workers who experienced Marvel projects revealed the blacklist exists due to Marvel Studios' present and physical post-production, visual effects, animation, production, Victoria Alonso. This is from back in January.
Yeah. And Zaba went down.
A Vancouver-based tech who vowed never to work for Marvel again explained why Alonso is known as the industry as a kingmaker. The main one that everyone is quite scared of is Victoria Alonso. She's known in the industry as a kingmaker. Okay, this actually is, we've been reiterated.
Basically, you gotta kiss her butt or else you're not getting a job.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter how good you are as long as you get along with her. Gee, this is exactly like every time they hire somebody and then they come in and hire all their little friends because they get along and they're all...
There's a lot of, favoritism. In the industry.
Favoritism.
But this has been going on for quite a while now. And I've said this is because of her. Everything comes back to her. She might have done a good job at one point, but she's a terrible executive as she's gotten more power.
Yeah, she's promoting the wrong types of ideologies. She's promoting the wrong types of people. She's playing favorites. She's picking people based on who she likes. Who's gonna shut up and do, shut up and take it. Meanwhile, the product is getting worse and worse and worse.
You good boy. You get promoted. No, no.
What's a computer?
What's computer?
What's
I
computer?
don't know. No.
You don't understand. You're fired.
No, I keep job.
Yeah. So
they've been looking to get rid of her for a long time
and the
now.
VFX people have been so mistreated that they're looking at starting a union. Apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad
That's how bad Victoria Alonso is. Yeah, I mean, they're really trying to get more work out of people than they possibly can, I think.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been saying. There's this oversaturation of Marvel. They're turning this into this mass commodity, mass-produced junk food that, they've turned Marvel into McDonald's. And you've got,
McDonaldization. That's, No, really. That's
what I've been saying it forever.
McDonaldization.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying since, God, we were on the old show. I probably coined that when I said, they come in and they produce these shows in this mass assembly line. Of course they're gonna, they're gonna get backlash and it's gonna make the brand go down. So this has been a long time coming. I mean, I've been seeing articles on how bad the VFX are for at least the last year, especially on the She-Hulk stuff. This isn't a new thing, and while everybody's so busy worried about, the don't say gay bill and all that crap, this is really the problem with Marvel.
Yeah.
This is one of the bigger problems because the normies don't care about the identity stuff. They don't care about if there's gay people in Marvel. The normies really don't care. What's going to keep the normies away is like, well, I'm paying $30 for these superhero movies that are based on good visuals and CGI and graphics and stuff, and they're crap now. They're crap now.
Part of the reason why Avengers was so good is you actually, you bought into like, okay, there's aliens invading New York, and a giant green, monster is punching them out. Now it looks like Shrek.
Yeah, now She-Hulk looks like Shrek, twerking with unrealistic proportions. Go. Here, there, because they don't have time to fix anything. They just got to go with whatever happens to be on screen. All right, we've talked about this long enough. So this is just more news from Marvel. Don't get us started on the Star Wars stuff. We're going to be talking about that one too.
Oh boy.
And there's some more Zachary Levi stuff going on with Snyder and his garbage bot camps. And
it's a big day.
It is a big news day. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Do you think Victoria Alonso is to blame? Do you think it's going to improve now?
Yes and no.
Do you think that this is going to just be a token gesture, too little, too late?
I think it's addition by subtraction.
All right, then we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
This is not working out. We're asking you to go.
No, I stay.